Hey, Secrets readers, Carlo LaRossa back again, and continuing on our Sonus Faber theme, we are pleased to have Paolo Tezzon, the head of R&D and acoustic research for Sonus Faber. Paolo.
Hello, Carlo.
Thank you so much
for having me here.
Oh.
My pleasure.
Grazie. Thank you very much.
Prego, figurati, un piacere.
As I was talking with Jeff earlier, we saw the launch of the Olimpica Nova. Beautiful array of speakers. Can you tell us a little bit about what went into the development of the Olimpica Nova versus because they are the newer models from the Olimpica, if I'm correct.
Exactly. I mean, I'm sure Jeff already pointed out that the Olimpica line has been for us a great success. And not only that, when you look at the Sonus Faber catalog, you might realize that the Olimpica line was used to be sort of a plateau for any lover of the brand, I would say. Because for most of the people who love the Sonus Faber brand, Olimpica can represent the end of a path discovering our brand. For some others, which are more lucky, might represent the entry level. But this is where you get really whatever the Sonus Faber brand is about. So you can easily understand how much we were excited, thrilled, and a little bit scared at the same time, because we wanted to do something more. If I have to move a little bit on the R&D perspective of things, I have also to mention that in the years between 2013, which was the launch of Olimpica, and the following 2 or 3 years, I have to realize that if you look at our learning curve, so to say, this curve started to raise it a lot during that year. And everything started exactly with Olimpica, because we made a huge step and we committed to design each of the drivers used into the loudspeaker system. And in the following 2 years, we grew it a lot, very fast. So 2 years after, I have to say that I was already thinking about that, how much better Olimpica could have been if I had the chance to use what I learned a couple of years after. So it was everybody's strong desire to make it even better.
And you got your chance, obviously.
Yeah. And in fact, we are super proud of the results. If you want to compare the two of them, I would like to say that what we focus performance-wise in terms of improvements are increased level of transparency, of resolution of details, of speed, of articulation, but of course, keeping intact the natural sound that the previous Olimpica started to define, I would like to say. And I mean, this improvement has been about improving everything. Starting from the cabinet, we moved from sort of sophisticated MDF construction into a multi-layer construction for the sides, which, let me tell you in other words, basically we made the new Olimpica, called Olimpica Nova, and Nova means new.
Yeah, right.
As close as possible to the homage tradition line technical solutions. So this thing I was mentioning about the multi-layer side belongs to the homage tradition line as well. Another important thing and solution which is coming from the bigger sisters of the Olimpica Nova is the fact that we use the aluminum, the back beautiful
right,
element, which is underlying the solution we came up with. Porta is also a structural element which connects to a couple of dam shells placed on top and bottom, which are made out of CNC aluminum, which are enhancing a lot, together with the multi-layer side panels, the performance of the cabinet itself. So cabinet-wise, Olimpica Nova is a huge
It's a huge jump, yeah.
So happens for the drivers. We absolutely created drivers starting from the homage tradition ones. I don't need to say anything, because the homage tradition line has been awarded so many times, made us so proud, and getting really close in this category has been an amazing job.
Excellent.
And this is explained why we were super excited to attended this worldwide premiere in the Rocky Mountain Audio Fest. It's been amazingly successful. And there are, in this presentation, there are 2 years of work of a company, of a bunch of people.
Wow. Well, as you were saying, you got a chance to revisit the Olimpica and come up with the Nova and do things that you wanted to push the design forward and make improvements to it. What's now that you've tackled that? What's kind of next for you to focus on?
Well,
you don't need. Obviously, I'm not asking you to tell us something that you can't tell us or anything like that. But
in fact, I won't.
Okay.
Don't worry. But yeah, I mean, the first clue you can get if you take a look about the timing of what's happening in our catalog. It's not difficult to guess what is coming next.
Okay.
It is also true that sometimes we are expanding our horizons. So next week we're going to be at CEDIA. It is something we are super proud.
Right, right.
Yeah, this is beautiful because it is the expression of how the Sonos Faber brand and its values can expand in many interesting directions. But I believe you were talking about traditional speakers, and I tell you something very, very vague, but also intriguing. Sooner or later, we will come up with something very big.
Okay, that's very intriguing and very big. But no, that's cool. That's cool. That keeps us guessing. That's all right. But okay, touching back on CEDIA, like you were saying in the custom install speakers, Sonos Faber are gorgeous speakers with an incredible attention to detail, aesthetically pleasing to the eye, beautiful materials. Besides sounding good. Custom install speakers are typically meant to be hidden and sort of not to be seen. So how do you square that with Sonos Faber, where you really people who really want to see them?
Well, first of all, let me say something which might sound philosophical, but it's something I believe, it's something which is a strong belief of everybody in Sonos Faber. The attention to detail you were mentioning, basically, it's an approach to things, right? So it is obvious that there are different games you can play with the things you do. You can play the game of the super high-end speakers, but with the same attitude you can play a slightly different game, which is the one about custom installation. And this is how we approach it, the design of those two families of speakers, because we're talking about two families. And how we did, we tried to understand what are the rules of playing the game. We approached it using the same amount of attention, the game with that rules. And I believe that we somehow made something you can hide if you want. But it's something that you might regret to hide, in my opinion.
Okay. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, that we'll be looking forward to seeing those when we attend CEDIA next week. That'll be great. That was fantastic. I don't know what else to ask you, but thank you very much for taking the time to sit with us again.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
And I hope you guys have a fantastic response and to the rest of the show here at Rocky Mountain.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Paolo.
Thank you, Carlo.